Hey guys, we are back to do the second part of our little ephemera folder. If you remember, the first time we made our little booklet, we went ahead and added our pockets inside with all of the stitching. If you didn't see this video, I will link it below, or you can go to my channel and see it there. We uploaded that. When did we do this together? Was it yesterday? I think yesterday. So, yeah. So today we are going to make the envelopes that we put here and here. So it's two different envelopes to put on the last two pages. And then this will be done and we can fill it up with a bunch of goodies. These I am actually getting together to put on my Etsy shop. So they will have, you know, different vintage ephemera and tags and things put into the pockets. So those will be up soon. I will definitely post on Instagram. If you don't follow me already on Instagram, please do. It's Twigs and Tomes on Instagram. And I will post on there when I get all these in my Etsy shop. So I'll probably do a video of kind of going through what I'll put in some of them as well. Like I said, tags, journaling cards, and some, you know, vintage, authentic vintage ephemera papers and things like that. So those will be coming soon. But for today, we're going to make some envelopes. If you have an envelope punch board, that is what I am going to be using to make these, because it makes life a lot easier. If you don't have an envelope punch board, you can just buy regular stock envelopes. These are normal size envelopes, so you can just buy them. So we're going to make two sizes. These are a 3x5 envelope, or they fit a 3x5 card, I should say. So the envelope themselves are 3 3/8 by 5.5. And then the larger one is a 5x7 card. The envelope size is 5 5/16 by 7 5/8. But on my punch board, I just, you know, went to the, well, let me get it out. Here she is. So on the punch board, when you come over here, this is for the card size. So, you know, I came down here to a 3x5 card size, which makes this size envelope, but the envelope is not 3x5. Does that make sense? Do you get what I'm trying to say? I'm trying not to be confusing, and I feel like I'm just, well, not succeeding. I'm being confusing. Okay, so we're going to start with the small ones. We need two. I have some file folders that I'm using for this. Got these at Goodwill, a big box of them. You can always find these at Goodwill. Always, always. I always see them there. Yeah, so check out your Goodwill if you want some file folders, because it's a lot cheaper than going to the office store. I can tell you that much. So for the 3x5, let me set this aside for now. Grab my cutter. So for the 3x5 card on here, we'll come down to right here, 3x5. We need a 7-inch square of paper. So 7x7. I am going to start by cutting off these little metal pieces, and for my cutter, I just kind of loop it around this little plastic at the top and try to get it as square as possible, and then cut off that metal. Sometimes this is big enough that I can get some circles cut out of it, which I'll save. This sometimes not. So then I'm just going to put this in this way and open this up and cut it at 7 inches because we need it 7 by 7. And we'll cut this at 7, and these are 11 3/4 wide, so we can't get 2 out of one side, unfortunately, but this is a large scrap left over, and so I can use this, like, absolutely. Cards, tags, yeah, I never throw that away. I'll use it for bases a lot, you know, bases for journaling cards or to back a journaling card or something. And if you wanted to, you know, this is easier for me, right, for my trimmer. If you wanted to use, you know, just a craft knife, you could, you know, come all the way up to this and have a little bit more space. So, do what you want. Do what you want. One of my favorite things, Nick the Booksmith always says, do what you want, not your mom. It always makes me laugh when she says that. All right, so I'm going to cut this at 7. Come on, little flap. And save this. You never know. And 7 again. All right, so we have those. While I have my trimmer out, might as well go ahead and cut the larger one as well. So I'm going to grab another one. I wish that I could get 2 out of each folder. Maybe the legal size. If you have legal folders, you might be able to get 2, right? Because I don't think these are legal size. I think these are letter size. So if you've got the big Mamma Jamma legal size, I bet you could get 2. Don't quote me on that. But if you've got some, comment below. Let me know. Let me know if the legal you can get 2 out of it. Or how wide it is. So for the 5 by 7 envelope, let me look on my little guide over here on the punch board. 5 by 7, we need a 9 7/8 square. So 9 1/2, 9 3/4, 9 7/8. All right. And I don't mind that it's already creased here. It doesn't matter. So don't worry about that. This we will save as well. Like this crease, don't even worry about it. Doesn't matter. 9 7/8 again. All right. Now this is for a big one. Put my trimmer away. We'll start with the small ones because they're a little simpler. Now that I have my punch board, I need my scoring tool. I do not like the scoring tool that comes in this. Without fail, every single time, it cuts through my paper. It drives me insane. So I just use one of these. All right. So 7 inches. Here we go. For 3 by 5, we need to score at 2 3/4. So I will line this up at 2 3/4. And if it matters to you, what is the side flaps and what are the like top folds, the first punch that you do is going to create the like this will be the side. So side, can you hear my dog right now? She is going insane. I wonder if I have a delivery. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. All right. There was someone at the door. I did get it delivered. It's the mail woman. And bless her heart, my dog does not like people coming in up to the door, in the driveway even. She's not a happy camper. So sorry about that. Let's see. 2 3/4, right? That's what we're doing. 3 by 5, 2 3/4. What was I saying? Oh, so this first punch, I'll just do this real quick. This first punch, if it matters for your paper, you know, whatever is here, these are going to be your sides. This will be your top or bottom, and then this will be a top or bottom. That's how this punch works. So if you have a certain pattern, maybe you have something, a really pretty image on, you know, one corner that you really want to be on like your top flap or something, or if your paper has words like this and you want to make sure, you know, that it's going up and down this way and not up and down this way, you can orientate it that way, if that makes sense. All right, we will just continue on. I love this punch board. Love, love, love. Even when, you know, before I was doing journals and things like that, I had this. I was doing a lot of cards, and my mom is an artist, and she actually, we have a subscription box that we get every month. She lives in Florida. So we get this subscription box every month where they send like a, what am I trying to say? I can't even think. They send watercolor projects. It's called Let's Make Art. And it's amazing. They do, the artist behind the brand, Sarah Cray, does video tutorials every week. And if you get the subscription box, it comes with 4 projects. So every week you can follow along with her on her live paintings. And then, it, you know, it comes with everything. Paper, the paint. If the project needs an outline, it comes with an outline and transfer paper. The only thing it doesn't come with is paintbrushes, which you can pick up, you know, either on their website or just at your, you know, craft store. So, where was I going with that? That's who came. That's who came. Oh, here, I can show you. This is the box. Let me cover up my information. But yeah, Let's Make Art. How cute is this? So, anyways, that's what came today. And I'm excited. We love doing that together since she lives in Florida and I'm in Indiana. It's something we can do together. What did I start that conversation? Oh, the punch board. Duh. So anyways, I have this. We do this art. I can turn it into cards, and then I'm not constricted by a certain size of envelope or card that way, which I love. So while I've got this punch board out, I'm going to go ahead and do the large one as well. So a 5 by 7 card is 4 1/8. 4 1/8. 4 1/8. Oh, I gotta flip my little bar out. This one's a little longer. Come on, bar. I always do that. I always forget to do it before. And then I'm trying to like hold the paper still so it doesn't move. 4 1/8. All right. And you can find, if you have a Tuesday morning in your area, you can find these punch boards at Tuesday morning all the time. I don't even know how places sell them full price, because you can get them at Tuesday morning always. Always, always. All right, so now we've got that done. I can go ahead and put my punch board away since we've done all of them. Nice little stack of cutouts. I haven't found what like a cool thing to do with these yet. If anyone does something cool with those, comment down below. Let me know. If you have an Instagram and you put it on Instagram, tell me what your Instagram is so I can check it out. Because I don't have a good thing to use those for yet. I'm just rounding all the corners of these. I'm using my Kadomaru Pro corner rounder on the medium side. I will link this down below too, because I always get questions of what corner rounder do I use. This one is the best, the easiest one I've ever used in my entire life. And it has 3 sizes, small, medium, large. I love, love, love this corner rounder. So we'll go ahead and do one of those. For the little ones, super simple. You just fold them up and glue them together. I'll tell you what, another reason why I really like using one of these stylus style scoring tools is because it just creates one like indentation. Like sometimes if I use my bone folder, this is so thick that when I score with it, it makes it so wide that there's some variation. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you know what I'm talking about? Whereas with the little ball scoring tool, I don't feel like I have that variation. Let's fold the other one. And we'll do this one. Doesn't really matter what's the top and the bottom for these. There we go. All right. And just a tip to make sure that you don't get glue where you don't want glue. I put a little bit here on this part. And then on both sides. Come on, glue. So I'll put a bit there on both sides and just touch that down and open it back up. Now I can see where the glue ends here. So I know not to put it up this far, but I can get this edge as well. So then I just come on this side and put some glue there. And that just makes sure that I've got it from, you know, the edge of this paper to the edge of this flap. You make a bit of a stronger hold, but I'm not going to get it on the actual card. Glue seepage. At least this comes off easy, right? Give it a little rub. I don't like that it looks shiny, you know, so I always try to get as much off of it as I can. And then I'm left with little glue boogers all over my desk. My kids are funny if they come in and they see them on there, especially my youngest. Mom, you're not supposed to pick your nose. It's gross. Because she's 3 and we always get on her, Lily, get your finger out of your nose. So then she's getting on me like I'm picking my nose when I'm down here. Oh, if only you knew, honey. It's glue. So I'll do the same thing on this one. Put a bit. Put a bit. And then I can see where the glue should stop. Oh my goodness. always feel so bad when the dog goes nuts at the mail person. Like, that's like the cliche, right? The dog and the mail lady, or the mailman. Well, that's my dog. That is my dog, for sure. But I can't, I mean, I try not to get too upset when she, you know, gets at people who come to the door, and here's why. Because if I never have to worry. I never have to worry about somebody coming into my home. She is my security, and she's darn good at it. I don't have to worry about when my kids are sleeping. She is a good protector of our family. I can tell you that much for sure. Okay, so for these, for the closure part, if I can find, there they are. For the closure, I just used some tiny little Velcro dots. I love these things. And that's what I used to close this. Let me show you right there. And this one is, you know, almost invisible, really. I mean, you can't really see it. So I love these little Velcro dots. They are, let's see, they are 3/8 of an inch in size. So I know they make some that are a little bigger, some that are a little smaller. These are 3/8. Or actually, I don't know if they make any smaller, but I know they make some bigger. I use these. So you can use glue. I found that the adhesive on the back of this Velcro brand is plenty. So I'll put this on first right there in the center on the top. And then I'll take the clear-ish one. So this is the fuzzy side, and this is the hook side. This is the hook, that's the loop. And then I'll just put the hook piece right on top so it matches up nice, and then you close it. And then that will place the other side of the Velcro in the right place. You don't have to worry about lining it up. Voila. Give it a little press. And then we will do the same on this one. Get our loop side. Oh, no, looks like the rain has finally stopped. I don't know if you could have heard that in the video or not. But it's been raining all day long. It has not stopped. And if you saw my previous video, I don't remember which one it was, I was talking about it, maybe the mail collage video. I was talking about a little kitty that showed up at our house. She's still here. She's outside right now. We have on our deck, we have a like covered area on the deck, and that's where her food bowl and her water bowl, and now from this morning, an old pillow and blanket. She is all set up out there, and that's where she's been hanging out today in the rain. I feel so bad. I will say, though, I was extremely surprised that our dog, when she went out to use the bathroom this morning, the cat was on the deck, and they got close, maybe like seriously, maybe 2 inches away from each other. And our good girl did not, you know, go after the cat. The cat backed up and she didn't chase her. I was so proud. So proud. And then I shuffled her inside. I was like, that's a good first meeting. Now go inside. All right, so now for the large one. I'm going to go ahead and do all the creases on the side. And this one we're doing a bit different. So if you didn't, you wouldn't have to put any closures on these, right? You know, you could just put them in the book and leave them open. I just wanted to do a bit of a closure. So I'm going to. You could use Velcro on this one as well, which would be super simple. We are going to do a couple of eyelets with some string to close this one, just for something a little different. So, don't glue it yet. First, I am going to mark, we're going to do 2 eyelets, one here, one here. So I am just going to mark not too far up, but right in the center, you know, center this way. And that's, I don't know, let's see how far up it is. It's, I don't know, a little over half an inch maybe. And then down here, I'm just going to do it right in the, you know, middle of this distance. And I'm going to use the point of this as like my guide on where to place it. Right there. That looks good to me. So we'll put that one there. And I will grab my crocodile and use the 1/8 inch punch. I'm going to punch out those holes we just marked. Yep. Right there. And right. Sometimes the pencil mark is hard to see. And right there. And for the little these things, these little wafer things, I used a 5/8 hole punch. And sometimes, you know, whenever I have scrap, like, you know, these green pieces that we cut off, if they're wide enough here, I'll go ahead and cut a bunch of these 3/8 or 5/8, sorry, 5/8 little circles, and stick them in. Those are a little smaller, but I just stick them in this little box to save for this kind of stuff. But we had those 2 triangles from when we created the book, and if we wanted to make it look real cute, we can use these for the envelopes. So even less waste. I'm just going to cut 2 out. Can't see with that thing closed. So 1 and 2. And I will probably, with the rest of this, just go ahead and cut out a bunch. And stick them in my little box. Why do those look so small? They are small. Ugh. What size did I use? 3/4. Get it together, Lauren. Well, I'll keep those anyways. Good thing we've got more scrap, right? Huh. The reason that I need them to be this size, you could make them smaller. But we are going to stack these on top of one another so that they are, ooh, look at there. Just made it. Now I gotta find it. Here it is. To make them a little more sturdy, we're gonna stack them on top of these 3 deep. We're rolling 3 deep on this one. Just to give it a little oomph. This way. 3/4. Not 5/8. Can you see that? There we go. Sorry about that. All right, so we're just going to glue these together. You don't need very much. Just enough to get, but you do want it to go to the edges. That's important. Because you want it to all be one thing. And we'll just glue all these together. There's that one. I love rainy days. I know that I was just, If it sounded like I was complaining that it was raining earlier, I am not complaining. Love rainy days. It's so nice. Just sit and listen to, well, not just sit, because I do work, but when you can just sit at home and do work and enjoy a cup of coffee, especially early in the morning. Oh, I love it. Rainy mornings. All right. We'll get those all stuck together. So now we've got a nice, thick, sturdy thing. If you just used one piece, you can, by all means. As you're wrapping the twine around it, it might, you know, fold on you. That's the only thing. And the glue helps to reinforce it as well. So on these, I'm just going to mark the center. If you can put a hole in the center of a circle, you go. But I swear every single time I'm like, well, how hard can it be? It's a tiny circle. I can cut a hole right in the middle. No. Nope. It never works out that way. It's always off. And invariably, even when I mark it, it will not be in the center. So we'll see. So now we've got these with the same setting, 1/8 on our crocodile. I am going to cut a hole in these as well. So there's one. And there's two. See, look at that. Not in the middle. Oh, just saved my life. I can't do it. Why? Why? Maybe I need glasses. I don't know. Here are some eyelets. You can pick whatever color you want. I just happen to have a ton of these. I have this little like set, and then I have, well, I mean, I have a bunch more, but I got a lot of these. We're going to use these. And we will need our crocodile to set them. For the little ones, the setting that I use is, what is that? C on the top. C as in cat, and 3 on the bottom. I think they're both the gold colored ones. Yes. That's what I'm using. So we'll just pop that in there and set it on the bottom. Sorry, this is really awkward to try and do this. Did I get it? And we'll just set that like so. Do the same on the top, so put it through your little wafer. And put it through that hole. Maybe. And that did not set it at all. Oh, Lauren. Come on. There we go. Oh, there we go. All right. Move that out of the way. Now we can glue it. We didn't want to glue it before we did this piece here. Or I don't know how you do it. Now we can glue it. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one that I did on the smaller ones. Clean that off a little bit. Just run. Ugh, gosh, it's everywhere. Run a little bit along here up to the point. And then I will tap it closed so I can see how far the glue should go up on these flaps. So I can make sure they get glued all the way down from edge to edge. and rub off any glue that comes out. Now I got it on my desk. Oh my goodness. How long do we spend rubbing Fabri-Tac? A long time. If I'm doing a large project, my fingers will almost like go raw from trying to get all of that Fabri-Tac off stuff sometimes. And I feel like no matter how little I put on there, it always seeps out. Okay, now we need some string. Hold on just a second. I gotta get it. All right. Here is my little jar o' string. And I think I might use that brown. I'm kind of digging that brown for this one. Let's do that. I got these at the dollar store. Come in like packs of 3. Yes. I don't like this yellow one here though. There's like a little strand of, I don't know if you can see it. We'll make it work. All right. I don't know how long we need. That long. That long thereabouts. I'm trying to slide this under here. It's kind of tight to start, but once you get it tied on, it'll loosen up a bit. So I'm just going to tie a knot. Maybe, if my fingers cooperate. Tie a knot. And then wrap around the bottom and tie another knot. So when I started, I went up this way, tie a knot, and then wrap it around this way and tie another knot. There. You can cut off this tail if you want, or you can leave it. And now that's on there. So we can wrap it around here. And there we go. I think that might be enough, to be honest. So I might cut this here. And let's go around this one more time. Why not? All right. And trim that off. So now we have our envelopes all made, and we can put them in our book. So these two I put like this. If you wanted to, you could make 2 of these and put, you know, one here and one on the back side, or you could make 4 little ones and just have the little Velcro-y ones in there too. It's completely up to you. Whatever you want to do. You could sew around them. You could embellish on them. I think on this one, in this one I put a little label right here. I just made those with my Cricut. And those are something that I also, I like to do things in batches, right? So I just made a lot of them all at once. And had them all cut out, so you could put a little, you know, one of those on there. Yeah, just have fun decorating them. So with these little ones, I glued them completely down. Yeah, no rhyme or reason. That's just what that was my fancy that day, so that's what I did. And I did try to kind of space them evenly. I don't know how well I did, but I tried. So we'll stick that one on there. And while that one's still tacky, in case I do want to like smidge it somewhere, I'm going to go ahead and put this one on, and then I can make sure that they're, you know, kind of even with each other and the sides of the pages. You could mark it if you wanted to. But Oh, I did not. Yeah, those look good. And just press them down. So they're all nice and stuck. I love these little folios. If you guys make them, tag me on Instagram so I can see what you guys do. It's at Twigs and Tomes. You can follow me on there too to see the projects that I'm working on. I'd love to see how you guys create these, what papers you use, what you fill them with. All right, so those are down. And now we've got a little envelope that we can stick our goodies in. All right, so there's those. The next envelope is gonna go here. And I orientated mine this way with the string down here so that when I opened it, I could, you know, get stuff out easier. You could put it this way if you wanted your little stringies to hang out. Just keep in mind that, you know, when you open it, it's going to have to be completely flat for the most part to get as much stuff in there as possible. I don't know. You do whatever you want. This is how I did it. For this one, because it's so large, I am just going to put glue around the edges so that when we put it down, we have a little tuck area. You could do the same thing with the little envelopes as well if you wanted to. It's just such a small space, I didn't. Yeah. And then for this one, I'm just going to center that on the page as best as my vision allows. Is it straight? Close enough, right? And then just really make sure you get the edges down since we are going to use it as a kind of pocket. You don't want any of your edges or corners or anything to lift. You really want them to be stuck down well. So give it a hold, a push and a hold. Got a little glue coming out there. Seize it right there. All right. So now we have that in there. Voila. And like I said, now we've got a little tucky here so we could put something in. So there we go. Our envelopes are in. You can embellish these as much as you want. Little tags and labels. You could sew around one of the edges, you know, before you glue it in. You could sew around the edges of your flap or, you know, the edge of your envelope if you wanted to before you put it together. Yeah, super cute. And now we're done with this one. So like I said, I am making a batch of these to go up on my Etsy store, but they will be filled on my Etsy store. So yeah, filled with, you know, old vintage papers and ephemera, and then some, you know, tags and journaling cards and things like that. So when those go up, I will make sure to post about that, probably do a flip through. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and please, 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 if you make one, show me, let me know. Put it on Instagram, tag me at Twigs and Tomes. I'd love, love, love to see what you guys do. Maybe how you guys would do something different. Just, you know, use your creativity. Let me see. Show me what you got. Show me what you got. All right. Well, that's all I've got for you today. If you have any questions, comment below, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.